Hello everyone, so I'm here today to do the deep tag, and I was tagged by Jim from Jim's Books and Reading and Stuff, who is also the creator of the tag, so thank you Jim. If you don't know his channel, go check it out, he's a lot of fun. So we have some prompts, starting with the letter D, and I'm just going to go through them and give you my answers. The first prompt is D is for Dahl, and your favorite Roald Dahl. And I didn't read like a ton of Roald Dahl when I was growing up, just because I read other Spanish books rather than English books. But the one I read over and over again was The Witches, which if you read it now is kind of disturbing, but at the time I really loved that one. The second question is this for Doctor Who, the favorite book about time travel. I don't think I have read a ton of books about time travel, but one that immediately comes to mind is Kindred by Octavia Butler, which has time travel in it as a way to explore certain societal issues and slavery, rather than about the time travel in itself, which I think it's a very smart way to do it, and I really liked the way it was done. The next question is this for dark, the darkest book you have read. I don't know if this is the darkest book I've read, but Things We Lost in the Fire by Mariana Enriquez is pretty gruesome and pretty gore. So I will say that one. I remember feeling physically sick reading that book. And yeah, I didn't like it, to be honest. I understand why people like it, but I didn't enjoy the experience of reading it because it was so dark, not even in a deep way, but in a shocking way, if that makes sense. The next question is this for Dickens. How many Dickens have you read? I'm not sure how many. I know I read quite a few when I was younger, when I started reading in English, because that's one of the names that I recognize. So when I was buying books, I did buy a few Dickens and read them. And more recently, I know I have read A Christmas Carol, so it must have been like 3 or 4 Dickens. And to be honest, I don't particularly like Dickens. I think his books tend to be unnecessarily long, and to me also, in general, Victorian literature is not my thing. I appreciate what it did at the time, but to read it now, to me it feels outdated in a way, and like it's not. Most of it is just love stories, and I just don't want to read love stories. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, I have read about 3 or 4 Dickens. I'm not sure if I'm going to read any more. The next question is this for dictionary. Do you still use paper dictionaries? I don't think so. I think I still have a paper dictionary at home, but at my parents' house, but I don't use it obviously because it's not here, and Google is so much more convenient, to be honest. So I normally use Google. This for Dagger and Detective. What was the last detective novel you read? I'm not a big detective novel reader. I cannot even remember the last one I read. I think one of the last crimey books I've read is Tangerine, and also I've read Rebecca, but those don't really have detectives as the center of the thing. Oh, and I've also read the 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. I don't know if that counts as a detective novel. Those are the ones that come to mind. Yeah, I don't particularly read detective novels. I have enjoyed the books that I have just mentioned, but it was none of them were like amazing for me, so I guess that's why I don't read them. The next question is this for Dostoevsky. What's your favorite Dostoevsky novel? I'm not sure how many I've read. Is Anna Karenina by Dostoevsky. I've read Anna Karenina, and I've read The Idiot, which I think it's also by Dostoevsky. And again, I'm not a big fan of classics. I don't find them particularly appealing. The next question is this for diversity. Which book from your reading ticked the most diversity boxes? Um, I feel uncomfortable about this question because I don't like to read diverse books to tick boxes, so I'm not even aware of the boxes I've ticked with books. Um, I guess Akweke Embassy ticks a lot of boxes in general. Also, Gabriela Cabezón Cámara ticks a lot of boxes, and I love both of those authors, so any of the books from those authors. But yeah, like I find the concept weird. I tend to read diversely naturally because I just find the things more interesting because I read to learn and I read to experience things that I haven't experienced before. So obviously that means that I would want to experience things from people that are different from me, and I'm pretty standard white European middle class woman. So I guess that people different from me tick a lot of diversity boxes, but that doesn't. Yeah, that's I don't tend to do that so much. Um, the last question is this for drawing. Who is your favorite visual artist? Um, so if we go classic on this one, Van Gogh is someone that I really love. I have always loved the way that he paints. I think it's amazing how he makes the movements be present in the paintings and the colors and everything. Um, and if we go more modern than that, I really like Banksy's work. I think it's really smart how he uses the media to give messages to society, and yeah, I think it's really cool. And I always love when I'm in a city and I suddenly see a Banksy somewhere or something that looks like a Banksy. I really like it. It's like, oh look, and yeah, I remember when I was in Bristol, there are quite a few there. I think he's from there. And I was like so amazed every corner. It was really cool. So yeah, those two I guess I would say. And then the last part of this, of course, it's to tag people. So I'm going to tag Corny from Corny Farriger. I'm going to tag Lorraine from Reading with Macar, which are my two standard people to tag. And I would tag Rainier from Rainier Books if he hasn't done this tag. So yeah, those were my answers. I hope you enjoyed the tag. And until next video, bye!